Hi guys, how are you doing today? Today I want to talk a little bit about manifestation. Um, because actually we don't really like notice much, but we have manifestations coming in our reality all the time. But a lot of times we're not really like paying attention to them. We don't because we think when the manifestations are coming, they will come like the full thing, you know, but it's not really how it works. So, okay. Yes. So we think like when we're manifesting like a partner, for example, I'll give like that example because I know a lot of people manifest partners. So I think it's easy. So when you are manifesting a partner, for example, you are writing down, you're visualizing how this person like treats you and all that, right? And let's say you actually meet someone who does all that, but it doesn't click. Okay, let's say you've been asking for like a person like blah blah blah, but you meet someone, like someone actually comes in your reality, and this person like literally and do like everything that you like wrote it down, that you manifested, but it doesn't click. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel this just doesn't feel right, you know. So one of the things that you need to understand is that to be open to notice when the manifestations are coming in your way, because it's when you need to improve. You need to get your manifestations a little bit more information, like more details and that kind of stuff. So, when you notice that you have manifestations coming in, but it still is not clicking, it's definitely like one, maybe it's just not meant for you. And it doesn't mean that it's not meant for you, like someone to treat you like that. It is not meant for you like that person in a specific, because perhaps that person the is not really aligned with who you are and who you are becoming. So because we all have our life purpose, right? So that's important to know, because if you haven't watched it, I have a video talking about this, saying more like about our life purpose and how that affects our manifestations. So if that person is not really aligned with who you are and who we are meant to be, the manifestation won't stay. Okay. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be money, it could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be a job. You know, if that thing that you're manifesting and then it came in your reality is not for you, it's not gonna stay. Okay. And for that, it's a little bit tricky because sometimes we can be really stubborn, because sometimes are too we are too obsessed with the outcome. For example, like if you want a partner, why do you want a partner? Because you want to get married, probably, right? But why do you want a partner? Like, what's the real, like, just because you want to get married? It's what is the purpose on that? So if you don't have a purpose, then then maybe that's not for you. Okay. So if you're too attached to the outcome and not really like if the things are aligned to you, that's usually a test. Okay. So when the manifestations come in and it doesn't click, it's usually a test. So a lot of people keeps like talking about, oh, I don't think like universe tests us. Well, how are you supposed to learn then? Like you cannot call it like a test, but then like it is something that is happening for you to learn something. Okay? It may not be called a test, but it's definitely like giving you the opportunity to learn something. So that's the thing then. When the manifestations come in, if you are too attached to the outcome, things start to get really wrong. Because like I read tarot, so if you know a little bit about tarot, we would say it that is like tower moments. Tower moments will happen because that person, that thing, that whatever, they're not meant to be in your life. And you're not really like doing yourself. You're not like really already getting, you're keeping something in your life that is not really aligned because you're too attached to the outcome. For example, let's say getting married and not really like being with someone who's truly meant to be in your life. So when that happens, it is really tricky because you need to be really, really aware. You need to be a really self-aware person. What sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating, I'm not gonna lie, when you have a manifestation coming in and it looks perfect, it sounds perfect. It's like, it would be the best, but you don't feel it. It sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It recently like happened to me. I got really frustrated because I was really excited about something and I guess it just wasn't meant to be in my life. And again, actually, I got like, they showed me that I could have like had what like the outcome that I have in my mind. I could have had that, you know. Uh, but I wasn't feeling it. Like, I truly like it was everything I was asking for, and but it wasn't aligned. So what can I do with that, right? I can move on, basically. So the universe, they will give you situations to like check if you actually mean it, that you want that the outcome, okay? Because again, it's not about the outcome. It is about the journey. I always say about the Lord of the Rings. Can you imagine if, like, what's the outcome? To destroy the ring. But what is the fun part? Is the journey. Like, all the way that Frodo walks, all the way, like, all the people that he meets, everything that, like, he has to go through, you know, that's the jam. That's the real deal, you know, because that's like, imagine if it was just about the outcome, we would not have like those awesome fucking movies, and they are fucking beautiful, right? And it's so beautiful to watch it. I actually watched it recently in the movie theaters, and it was so beautiful. My guys, it was awesome. Anyway, so it was beautiful, like the journey is beautiful. And Frodo, for example, he was like really he wanted the outcome. Of course, he was going for the outcome. But he, like, when he felt, like how many times he trusted Smeagol, right? And well, he wanted to trust Smeagol because he felt and that in his, like, he felt that he had to, because he wanted to achieve the outcome. But again, he was doing what he thought was right at that moment. Why, like, it's what he was feeling, right? He didn't rush to it. He didn't, like, try to, anyway, he followed, of course, his instincts, like when he wanted to trust Smeagol, when he doesn't. But like when he didn't trust Sam, he apologized to Sam, right? There's all that, and it is about the journey, though. It's not about the outcome, okay? Or we would have, like, not have, like, those awesome movies. um so the universe, God, like, how you like to call it, they will put you situations that usually you manifested for, okay, in your reality, so you can actually show up, so they can see if you are, how you're going to show up to that. Are you going to show up in a way that, okay, I am going to settle down just because, I want the outcome? Or will I go to truly, like, for something that is going to be more aligned with me? So that's really important, guys, because manifestations are always coming in our way. We just don't really, like, notice that. So keep that in mind, okay? Try to remember also, like, what you've been manifesting, and have, oh, I forgot to do something. It's fine. I think, yeah, it's fine. Should I do it? I don't think I'll be able to do it for this lashes. It's fine. I'll just live like that. Whew. Anyway, so keep an eye on what you've been manifesting, okay? Because our manifestations are always coming in, like, all the time. It's just like they don't come full, like, the whole thing at all at once. Okay, they come small amounts, because the universe, God, they want to see if you can handle it, and how we're gonna handle it. And are you going to keep walking your soul purpose, or are you going to take a different path just so you want the outcome, like the really specific outcome? Because everything, it has, so for example, if you want to get married, right, there's so many ways for that to happen. But then, like, would you do it, like, at the first opportunity that comes to you, even though it doesn't feel right? You know, universe wants to check if you're going to do that. If you're going to just jump in the first opportunity, or if you're actually going to wait for something more aligned to you. That's really important, guys, because, you know, it's how they know what we're ready for. And yeah. So yeah, guys, keep that in mind, okay, when manifestations are coming in. Especially, like, sometimes we have that thought, oh, but this is not what I asked for, right? And yes, when that happens, also keep that in mind, okay? Because you probably asked for. You just it's just not really aligned with who you are right now and who you are meant to be. And perhaps you just need some adjustments. So keep that in mind. Keep your eyes open for your manifestations coming in, because when you see that then they are coming in, you first you're gonna start to trust more. Okay. It doesn't mean that it's not coming the way you're expected to be. That is not coming. Okay. It's just again, universe, God, they are putting there to see if you're going to settle for what's not meant for you. If you're going to settle just for the outcome. Um, again, life purpose, soul purpose is really important in this matter. So if you like to watch my other video about that, just check it out. But I can definitely like talk more about this too. I think it's really interesting. But anyway, but yes, so knowing yourself in this process is really important. And when you notice that those manifestations are coming in, it is the time for you to do some adjustments to that manifestation, okay? Because sometimes we manifest things and we, of course, we forget that there are other aspects to it, right? For example, like I was saying about like how someone treats you in a relationship, for example. You can manifest like that someone treats you like blah blah blah, and then you actually meet someone who treats you like blah blah blah, but then there's something missing. There's other things missing that you didn't consider when you were manifesting before. So like this is the time for you to um there's a word that is coming to my mind, but I don't know. Refine. I think that's it. Refine what you're actually 1221 right now. It is a time for you to refine when, so that's why it's important, okay? I keep repeating because it's important. It's important for you to see, to notice when the manifestations are coming in, and it's also important for you to notice so you can refine them. Like you say, okay, this came in. Thank you guys for sending me this opportunity to see part of my manifestation. But of course, but like then, if you feel it, um, if you don't feel it, if it's not clicking in, is really not meant to be, guys. It's not aligned with you. And if you keep forcing it, it's not going to be good because it's usually where like things start to go wrong, let's say, like things that start happen so you can again be more aligned to your path. So every time that you're walking away from your path, things will happen so you can get more aligned. So if you keep like forcing a situation, a person, job that is not aligned to you, things just like will start just happen. So you cannot be with that person, you cannot go for work, like or you cannot be in that place. Things will happen. That's how it works. Whew. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for today. Um, I'm still getting used with my hair at this color. I just washed my hair today. Just like a life update, let's say. Um, but yeah, guys, I think that's it for today. I feel like it's always important to be grateful for the manifestations that are coming in because your guides are working for that. They're your guides, they want you to have that. But, it's also, part like how like I said, are you going to stick to your path, or are you going to just settle for the outcome? That's really important. Okay. because sometimes um those manifestations they are meant to they're meant to teach us something, okay? And again, sometimes they will stay in our life for a little bit, but like when you are really self-aware and when you really know yourself, it's going to be easier to like notice faster. So you actually don't keep those things that are not meant to in your life for too long. And that's good. It may be frustrating. I get it. Like I said, I had this manifestation coming in and I was a bit frustrated because I was really excited for it. And I thought for a second that yes, it could be like what I've been manifesting. And I was really excited. And when I was not feeling it, I was like, fuck. And for a second, I thought about keep going with the situation. To be quite honest, yes, I really thought about just keep going and see how it goes, but I wasn't feeling it. I Yes, I wasn't feeling it. And to be quite honest, I got really frustrated because, like I said, I thought it was going to be that what I've been asking for, what I've been manifesting. But, I accepted. I was like, okay, I get it. It would be good. I could get the outcome I would like to. But at the same time, I don't feel it. I don't feel is meant to be in my life. So, was like, okay, let me refine my manifestation. And I've been refining it. And, I feel like it's interesting because you never know when it's coming, But just the fact that something came in, right? And so I always say this. I always say today, I'm closer than I was yesterday. So, the fact that a manifestation came in and I was able to I am being able to actually to refine it now to something that it's more aligned to me because this thing in specific that came in my reality, it is something that I've been manifesting for a while. So, but like I am not the same person. Um, when I started to manifest this like first, I'm not the same person anymore. So of course things has changed. And of course then my manifestations they need to change as well. Again, that's what's important. You keep your eyes open for when manifestations are coming in because then you can actually refine them and keep like working on something, on manifesting something that is truly aligned for you. And again, it is important for you to not be too attached to the outcome. Like I was saying to Frodo, he also enjoyed the journey. He enjoyed the people, the places he had, like people he met, the places he had been. Like it's important to enjoy the right now because the right now is what actually builds you for the outcome. Okay. So don't get too attached to the outcome. I know it is tricky sometimes, but when 24 on the timer, um, when you actually start working on that, being more self-aware, working on yourself, that everything that happens in your life, you're actually going to understand that they are happening so you can actually become the person that you're meant to and actually have things in your reality that they're meant to be in your reality. So, but it's okay to be frustrated as well because we are humans. Well, I was fucking frustrated, to be quite honest. I was like, I thought this would be it. And it wasn't. And now I look at it and I was like, it's fine because if it was perhaps like, if it was me from like 2 years ago, I would have kept going just because of the outcome, even though I truly didn't feel it. So anyway, yes. That's the message for today, guys. I think like manifestation is being really big in my life, and I know there's so many topics about it. I do believe that we have our sole purpose, and we we need to be careful with manifestations because it doesn't mean that you're manifesting in this lifetime that is going to happen. I talk more about this in another video if you like to check it out. But when it happens, okay, it's important for you to be grateful that is coming into your life in your reality. Because again, it is something that you asked for. Don't be angry at God. Don't be angry at your guides. Don't be angry at the universe. You know, it's just remember, just it is your time to learn how to refine it, how to redirect yourself to what you truly want and what is more aligned to you as well. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, this is the video for today, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.